Who were the ancient Egyptians and where are they today? Were they white, black, brown or alien? This topic has been requested and has been brought up to me several times, so I figured I will finally get this out of the way with several viewpoints and conclusions. Regarding the elongated skulls that Brien Foerster has been doing research on. Seeing as Akhenaten, Nefertiti, and their children all had this anomaly, probably genetic like the Peruvian skulls are. Perhaps the most intriguing of ancient Egypt's rulers, Akhenaten is in many ways also the most mysterious. Loved by those that followed him, and his wife Nefertiti, he was hated by the Amun priesthood, who before and during his childhood held the reins of power in Egypt. He not only changed his name from Amenhotep to Akhenaten, but also moved the capital from Thebes to his new city of Akhenaten, as well as changing the belief system from poly to monotheism. Elongated skulls have been found in ancient burial grounds around the world. Some are the result of a practice of intentionally deforming the skull with binding applied during the early years of a child's life. Some may be explained by natural deformity. Although enough mystery is left in relation to some of the skulls for various theories to arise, such as hybrids and skulls of extraterrestrial origins that lived on Earth. Could the elongated skulls in Paracas, Peru, come from a hybrid human-like species with extraterrestrial origin? Paracas skulls. A case of skulls from the Andean Paracas culture, as seen in the National Museum of the Archaeology, Anthropology, and History of Peru. Some of the most famous elongated skulls are those found in Paracas on the coast of Peru. The skulls are believed to be from 3,000 to 2,000 years old. Brien Foerster, Assistant Director of the Paracas History Museum in Paracas, announced in February that a geneticist analyzed the first flesh sample from the skulls, and found that segments of its DNA do not match any known human or human-like species from the past. Foerster has taken a keen interest in elongated skulls and done much independent research over the years. About 5 to 10% of the hundreds of elongated skulls he has seen from around the world do not appear to be the result of intentional deformation. The binding techniques usually leave a flattened surface on part of the skull, but some of the skulls he has seen appear very much natural. Egypt's pharaoh Akhenaten. The Wilbur plaque, around 1352 to 1336 BC, depicts Akhenaten and Nefertiti late in their reign. The skull of one of ancient Egypt's most mysterious kings, Akhenaten, is depicted as elongated. This is anomalous, not customary. The University of Maryland School of Medicine co-sponsored a conference in 2008 specifically aimed at exploring theories about Akhenaten's physiology. Not only did Akhenaten have an elongated skull, he also had a long neck, long fingers, thick thighs, feminine attributes, and other strange features. Yale University School of Medicine, Erwin M. Braverman, MD, said at the conference that the pharaoh may have had two disorders simultaneously. 1. Craniosynosis may explain the elongated skull. There are no records of Egyptians practicing intentional deformation of the skull, yet Akhenaten's children are also depicted with deformed skulls. With craniosynosis, fibrous joints of the head fuse at an early age and interfere with skull formation. Dr. Braverman explained some of the other oddities as resulting from aromatase excess syndrome. This syndrome tips the hormonal balance in favor of estrogen, leading to the feminization of men, advanced sexual development in girls. The pharaoh's daughters are shown with breasts at a very young age, again suggesting the syndrome was passed on genetically. Eastern Europeans emulated the Huns. The practice of deforming skulls may have been spread through Europe by the Huns. Dominated peoples may have wanted to emulate their conquerors, as skull elongation was often associated with social class. Researchers at the University of Debrecen and College of Nyíregyháza in Hungary published a study of elongated skulls from the Carpathian Basin in East-Central Europe in the Journal of Neurosurgery in April, outlining this theory. They said that the Huns had picked up the practice from the Alan Turkish people, and, thus the Huns can only be considered to be the transmitters and not the developers of this tradition. They wrote, "It seems possible that this custom, which is associated with the finds in the Carpathian Basin, first appeared in the Kalmykia steppe, later in the Crimea, from where it spread to Central and Western Europe by way of the Hun migration. Neither the cranial find described presently, nor the special literature on the subject furnish convincing evidence that the cranial deformation resulted in any chronic, neurological disorder.